Welcome to Defyeneurs Mag, the Dream Again issue 2015. This is Gerry Visca. I am the founding publisher of Defyeneurs, and we are super excited about this issue, helping the world, inspiring the world to dream again. Coming up next, our featured cover story, Darin Kidd from Virginia, turning the dream machine back on. We are so excited about this cover story.
So what does that mean to turn the dream machine back on, Darin?
Well, Gerry, I tell you, it's by the time a child goes to first grade, I've heard that they hear 40,000 no's and only 5,000 yeses. And so we don't even realize that society starts to teach us not to dream. Even in school we get in trouble for daydreaming. And so, we get conditioned, and we're in this box. If you get too low, our friends and family will encourage us and say, "Hey, come back up here. You can do it." They'll encourage you a little bit, but all of a sudden, if you start getting too high, that's when they start saying, "Hey, Darin, don't you remember who you are? You're bankrupt. You couldn't make it through college. You can't keep a job. Your car was repossessed. What makes you think you can go do this and, have more, be more, and do more?" And they start to pull you down, so you're really in this box. So it really takes a conscious effort on our part to start, thinking and dreaming again to turn that dream machine back on.
That's fantastic, Darin. How did you begin to dream again? You obviously went through some real challenges, and my feeling is you've probably seen those challenges now as a catalyst for the way that you're being in the world right now. So what was it like, and what did you have to do to really get that dream machine started?
Well, you just said something that is extremely important. You said the challenges. And when I was going through the challenges, when I couldn't feed my kids, couldn't support my wife, couldn't keep a job, ended up bankrupt and on government assistance, no one could have ever told me. I probably wouldn't have taken it too well if they would have told me, "Hey, Darin, this is the best thing that's ever happened to you, is you're going through all of this." But one thing that I learned going through those challenges, it's not the easy times that make us grow. We don't grow in easy times. And we either have the attitude they're going to make us bitter or better, and we can use them as a stumbling block, or we can use them as a building block. So when I learned how powerful, personal development could be in changing my life, I started paying attention to and thinking about what I was thinking about. So I started to read the right books and, listen to the right audio programs and going to the seminars and being careful who I associated with, because, associations are like an elevator. They take us up or they take us down. And with that, I started to, for once in my life, feel like that I could do what Jeff Olson was talking about in The Slight Edge, which was, just get a little bit better today than I was yesterday. And it was amazing. When I started to change the way, what I was reading, listening to, people I was associating with, everything started to change, and my life started going in a different direction.
Okay, that's really, really fantastic, Darin. I want to stay on that for a minute, because you've tied into something there, which is, really the heart of this issue of Defyeneurs, which is we believe that the world has really stopped dreaming. I mean the big dreamers, the Edisons, which I've heard you refer to, the Henry Fords. The world just seems to have stopped giving themselves permission, maybe to believe in themselves. Why is it so important for you to get your message out through this issue of Defyeneurs?
Well, I think that my story resonates with a lot of people, because so many times people were like I was back, 15, 16 years ago when I was at that low point of my life. I'm looking at other people going, man, I don't think I can do what they do, because they have a college education. I have a lack of education. They're a great public speaker. I would pass out in front of 5 people that I knew 15 years ago if you made me stand in front of them. They must live in a big city. I live in a small town. And so the stories that actually motivated me were the ones that I could relate to. So people can relate to my story when they hear my story, and when they, or they hear me talk and share my story, they go, man, I can do what Darin Kidd can do.
So with that, Darin, what is the bigger contribution that you want to make to others around you, others on your team, people that haven't even interacted with you yet, people in the world? What is your bigger contribution?
Well, I guess, what I want to contribute to others is, for them to borrow my faith that they can have more, do more, and be more until they have it themselves, because.
I love it. Darin, I've heard you talk about a ripple effect. Tell me about, how you're contributing to that ripple effect and what you do every day.
Well, as far as the ripple effect, I mean, it's the 6 degrees of separation. A lot of times we don't realize the people that we're having an impact on us, and they come back. And, sometimes they never come back, and we won't know for quite some time. But whether it's on, social media, whether you share, some of the struggles you're going through, or some encouraging words, or maybe it's speaking at an event, maybe it's just, I try to treat everybody that I meet the way that I want to be treated. And whether they're a multimillionaire, best-selling author, movie star, or there's someone that's helping bring the groceries to our car at the grocery store, I try to treat everyone the same way. And because I remember how I felt, when I felt like I didn't have a lot of value. And so all of us have value, and all of us are meant to make a difference in one way or another.
Extraordinary. It's extraordinary. You're traveling a lot, probably more than you've ever traveled. And, you're on stage, you're meeting with people afterwards. What do you find most people are going through right now that's kind of keeping them from really just wanting to believe in themselves?
Probably the biggest thing holding people back from the people that I meet everywhere I travel is themselves. To me, you have to start. If you can't see it in your mind, you can't see it anywhere else. And in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about you have to write it down and have a crystal clear vision. And, to create that white-hot burning desire. So to me, more than anything, it's ourselves. We've got to believe in ourselves and start taking those actions and turn the dream machine back on and really.
I love that you reference Napoleon Hill. I've seen you reference that before. It's a fantastic read. Everything around desire, visualization, autosuggestion. I see you living that. You're a great example of that, and that applying those principles works. What is the next level for Darin Kidd?
There are many goals. I would definitely love to not only be able to continue to travel and speak and share my story. And, again, I live for the stories of people coming back going, hey, listen, Darin, way to say it from, something I heard you talk about. And the next level, every day my vision continues to grow, and I continue to stretch myself. But I'd love to definitely not only, write some books. I'd love to, travel the world and share my story with the world and inspire as many people as I possibly could.
How can they start today to just turn that dream machine on?
Well, that's a great question. And what I would say is they absolutely, positively have to start with, scheduling out some time to, make a dream board. What thou seest, thou beest. And he goes, we magnetize the condition that we seek. And that's when we used to go out and take some time to really cut out some pictures, surf the internet, and think about what really drives you. You have to when people go, I want to make a certain amount of money, I go, look, it's not the money that's going to drive you. You have to put an emotional attachment to the money. So really think about, where do you want your life? Write out a vision statement. 5 years from now, if you write it out in first person, present tense, like today is, February, whatever, 2020. And as I, walk out onto the deck and I'm listening to the waves hit the beach and the ocean air, design that out perfectly in your head, and you will be amazed at how the world almost tends to conspire to do you good, and you start to magnetize the condition that you seek. But it's very important, because you will see that's going to ignite something in you.
So with that, Darin Kidd, Dream Again, one of the most explosive issues of Defyeneurs. It's literally 97% sold out. It hasn't even been printed yet. Most likely 99% of people that want an issue won't be able to get one, but it is going to go online at defyeneurs.com, and we'll definitely announce that in the first week of March. We're honored, just absolutely blown away honored, Darin, to really shine a light on you and help be a megaphone for what we believe is your next chapter, the best chapter of your life. We believe is about to unfold. It's literally the thousands of people that you're impacting. So I want to thank you so much for being a part of this issue and being a part of this interview.
Well, Gerry, I just want to say thank you. You're doing amazing work, and the Defyeneurs magazine, I've been following that, and you're passionate about what you do. You love helping people. You have a great heart, and it shows. And you're definitely making a difference in the community and the world, and you're definitely making a major ripple. So we appreciate you and all that you're doing.